only help you uncover the conspirators, but also prove your innocence. You will have to track, spy, and even kill. But some of you won't be so lucky. You must work together and find the conspirators hiding in plain sight. With the information you've gathered, cast your vote to eliminate the wreakers of havoc and restore order to evil.
Hey, you know what? Good guess, actually, to Lone Ghostbuster. I see you over there. It starts right now, and it started a half hour ago. This is ID at Xbox. I'll be your host, Adrian. I really hope you love indie games because we got a bunch to show off. Big shout outs to everyone over at Black Girl Gamers for showing off Evil. Game looks fantastic. A lot of chaos going on. I personally love chaos. It's exactly what I need for equilibrium. So you're here right now, and we're going to have a bunch of game trailers. We're speaking to people who know how the games operate. Hi, Pods of War. I see you down there. Hello. We'll be having some gameplay demos as well. I'll be playing one, and we'll see how it goes. I'm decent at games, okay? We'll be joined by developers. It's going to be a really good time. I hope you're pumped for all this action. Now, chat, as you know, the best part about being on Twitch is that it's interactive, right? Like you can go anywhere and just watch a video, but we're live right now. That's why I can live react to all of you right now. You are part of this experience. So please make sure that you send your thoughts, you send your questions, you share your comments in chat, as long as it's appropriate, if you know what I mean, because they'll be stricken if they're not. And we'll highlight them or show them off, or we'll speak about them because you are a part of this show as well. And chat, as you may or may not know, all the shows on Twitch Gaming are co-streamable. So if you're watching right now, you want to vibe with your own chat, and you're like, oh, I wish I could do this too, you can. Just go ahead and do that. Co-stream with your own chat, your own channel, and talk about all the wonderful things happening today at ID at Xbox. For all the new games, the demos, the developer interviews, all this, it's going to be like amazing. I promise you, I would not lie to you. And if I did, I apologize ahead of time. Also, for future events, please make sure that you mark your calendars because the Xbox Tokyo Game Show will be streaming on September 15th at 6 p.m. JST, or 2 a.m. Pacific if you happen to be up that early, which is 5 a.m. EST? ET. We'll call it ET for now. So that's what we're going to do then, so make sure you look forward to all that. Now, we're going to be showing off a bunch of trailers of new games, as I keep telling you, because I want to hammer that home. Indie games are just so fascinating and wonderful. We've had a wonderful amount spread out this entire year. They're all bangers. But some of these brand new games we're going to be showing off will be available on Xbox Game Pass. And that's the good stuff, right? We love having our Game Pass and saying, oh my God, there's nothing to play. And the next thing you know, you're like, oh, wait, I forgot I have Xbox Game Pass. So the good news is we actually have a set of trailers to show off for games just like that. So do you want to see some trailers? Yeah! All right, cool. Good feedback. Take a look. First package.
Restore the range from the clutches of the miasma. Grow and discover new plant life. Cultivate an ever-growing garden. Find and master magic spells. Sustain your sanctuary. Discover what makes a home.
know where Lily took my people.
Time to go, Clementine. You've got people that need you.
Allie.
That's me, baby.
What you mean? So the rest of the year is going to be 20 days.
Yeah. Yeah. Give me 2 more. Like, give me more of that. Give me more of that. Like, everybody loves to do, like, Telltale series, right? People fall in love with the entire storyline and have their favorite moments. So, of course, we're all on board for that, right? And graphics, Becca, I see you in chat right now. The big con, I need that. Yeah, I need that as well, because one of the little comments in the speech bubble said, why is the store always so crowded? And that's me. That's why I do my grocery shopping at like 2 a.m. if I can. I don't want people around me, so I know exactly how that feels. Homestead Arcana looks really cool too. I don't want to say what game it reminds me of, but anytime I can walk around any terrestrial surface and harvest plants or examine plants or possibly make it my home, I'm guaranteed to sink about 40 hours in the first day. You might say, Adrian, it's only 24 hours in the day. Not when you play games like that. There's more than 24 hours in the game like that. And look, Lone Ghostbusters said, dude, The Walking Dead season 1 had me crying so hard at the end. I feel you. I feel you. That's why I don't play those games anymore, because I don't have time to be that emotional all the time. But if I need a way to do it, then I'll play those games. Whole bunch of games coming to Game Pass. Obviously, great things to look forward to. And we're only 7 minutes deep in this cast, right? How exciting is that? And the best part is that even though we have all this happening, we have people here to speak about games as well. So it's not just me rambling away. We are going to talk about a little game called Call of the Wild, the Angler. And I'll be joined by our first guest, Rushy, okay? Now, here's something I need you to understand about this. The Angler is an open world fishing game, and it's designed for players, right, to explore the vast and varied beauty of nature, right? Because we love that. I'm talking about riding the open waters and teaming up with friends and enjoying a truly immersive fishing experience, because who doesn't love doing that through all your games, right? Before we say hello, by the way, to Rushy, why not just show you a little gameplay montage, right? A trailer. Take a look.
Magnificent, ain't it? There's something about this place that makes all your problems seem, well, small, I guess. Out here, you're free at last. Roaming wherever you like, day or night. From high mountain lakes to gorgeous valleys. On your own or with your favorite fishing buddies, you'll make memories for life. But if you're gonna take home more than a story of the one that got away, you're gonna need your wits about you. Fish will spook if you don't approach them right. And you'll need to use the right gear at the right time in the right place. Lucky for you, the locals around here are as good as they come, and ready to lend a hand if you need it. So, what do you say? Let's go fishing. Call of the Wild, the Angler.
That is Call of the Wild, the Angler, and I am joined with Rushy right now, game director. Welcome aboard ID at Xbox. How are you?
Oh, thank you so much. I'm feeling good, thanks.
Nice. It's good to see you're already in the great outdoors. You're obviously going to do a live gameplay demo or discussion right there in the heart of where the fishing takes place. How you doing out there? Is it comfy and cozy?
Oh, yes, the best place to be, right? In the outdoors, soaking in the atmosphere and the beauty of nature.
Yeah, wonderful. So, as you're looking into a game like this, right? I have friends who love fishing and they love playing fishing type games. They love getting caught up in fishing and games that aren't even about fishing. So, how did this all come together? The idea of saying, you know what we should do is make a fishing game.
Well, as you may know, we already make the Hunter called the Wild, and one of the biggest community requests was like, we have hunting, what would complement that perfectly? And obviously fishing, and we're great at making massive, spectacular outdoor worlds, and it just seemed like the perfect complementary game to sit alongside the Hunter. And we wanted to bring something unique to fishing as well, because you know, there aren't other fishing games where you can explore open worlds and try and find that fishing spots. We feel like we brought something new to the genre as well.
That is actually new because I'm used to being so pedestrian, right? Where I just go to a fishing spot and I park there and I'm there for the next, let's call it 3 hours. Real time or in-game time, doesn't matter, right? But you're sitting in this one location, but you're teasing the idea of get up and go, this open world style. So how do you populate a game like that where it's just not a patch of grass here and then suddenly a waterbed to fish in?
Yeah, that's been one of our biggest challenges, was trying to work out how do we actually build a systemic system that populates this massive open world with a variety of different fish species. So we had to create a system which simulates a lot of the elements of the depth of water, the turbidity of water, temperature, etc. All these crazy stats and things that then decide where the fish are placed and when they spawn relative to the time of day, to make sure it's a realistic fishing adventure where you need to go out, pick your spot and use the right gear to find the fish that you're after.
Now, I'm happy you're answering the important questions because we got another one right here in chat from MD14 saying, can we pet the fish?
Oh man, but no, that sounds like a great emote or something to add down the line.
I like that idea. And you were speaking just a second ago about how much it matters for the time of day for a fish. So when you say things like that, is there the inclusion of a day, night, noon kind of system of knowing when to fish?
Yeah, so we've got like a full dynamic 24-hour day to night cycle. So if you're fishing, yeah, it makes a difference. Not just in terms of like visibility, of course, but, when you're wandering about the wild in the dark, but also the temperatures of the water and activities of the fish. Some fish are more active at night. So again, if you go to certain locations, you're going to get a better chance to kind of try and catch one of our bigger diamond fish.
That is the most appealing thing I can think of because it's easy to get lost. Like, it's just so cool to play fishing games where it's just always daytime, but the idea of having a day and night cycle and the depth of water matters. And I saw in the trailer too, I thought I saw like tide pools in one like crevasse of a mountainside right there. So how are you going to navigate all that terrain? Do we just get out and walk and run, or how's that operate?
Well, if you like the slow pace, you can walk if you want to, but obviously, this is, I think, 24 by 24 square kilometers. So what's that in miles? 20 miles squared, let's say. So we wanted to make sure you can actually navigate the waterways on boats. Of course, you can go up and down our lakes and rivers and fish from them, of course. But we also added like a 4x4 vehicle. So if you want to go over some of the bumpier terrain or you get from lake to lake, you can jump in one of them. Not just alone. Get a few friends in, jump in the Jeep, jump on a boat and go on a fishing adventure together.
You are speaking my language. And plus, I love the idea. I've played many games where you can kind of get inside a vehicle and drive around, and I love being the driver. So I look forward to someone saying, we're going to fish over there, and saying, no, we're going to fish over there instead because I'm in charge of the vehicle. And we actually have, I think, some live gameplay footage right now we can take a look at. So that way we have a little bit of ingenuity going on. And right there, look at that, Class C Pax is playing the angler right now, and looks like a better way, Rushy, to travel than just on foot or by Jeep, right? Is this the fastest?
This is one of the fastest ways, one of the most direct ways. It looks like it's heading towards the old sawmill over there. So we've got like a really good variety of like points of interest and locations that make the world worth exploring. But around here, I know there's quite a few rainbow trout around this area. So let's see what he's Oh, he's picking his right rod, getting the correct setup for what he's after. He's got some really good rigs there already. It looks like he's been playing it quite a bit because, of course, you can buy new gear, personalize your gear, etc., to try and target specific fish species.
I feel like we're doing a professional broadcast of like an actual pro fishing debut where you're like, ah, yes, plenty of rainbow trout over there for sure. I'm just kind of nodding like, yeah, you're right. There are plenty over there. There's another question from chat too, from Axion2 saying, how many fish species are in the game? If you can delve on that.
Yeah, so at the moment we've got one open world called Golden Ridge Reserve, and in that we've got 12 different fish species. So I think you can see them right there. So you've got the likes of rainbow trout, mountain whitefish, northern pike, yellow perch, channel catfish, bluegill, smallmouth bass, largemouth bass. I could list them all off. And of course, as you've probably seen with the hunt and what we've done in the past, we've always expanded upon what's included in that day one release. So hopefully you'll see a lot more down the line as well.
Do you see a lot more of this happening in the future too? We can just kind of walk out there in the wilderness.
I've never quite seen it done like this before. I like how he's admiring the landscape.
You need to do that. I mean, this is a great way to get your Instagram feed bumped up, is by doing moments like this. So I respect it. Kurtz Passad in chat says, can you cook the fish?
It's a really good game.
No, we operate a very ethical form of fishing here. So it's a catch and release. We want to make sure those fish go back into the water, and we want to look after our friends.
So, I wonder about this, right? Because when Classy Packs right there was going through the listings of the different rods and types right there are people who will do fishing as a way to just kind of pass time by. They're not really sure what lures to use or what line to use or even what the edge of the dock is actually called. And then there are people who do this for a living or had someone teach them. How do you strike that balance between welcome to our game, I know nothing, and welcome to our game if you know everything?
Yeah, that's always a really tough balance to try and find, making sure that those who fish in real life can just jump in unimpeded and play versus those who are new to fishing, because we wanted to appeal to a wider audience. And as you mentioned at the beginning, there are lots of games out there which don't focus on fishing but have fishing on the side, and we wanted to kind of bring those type of people in as well. So we've got that first time user experience for the first half an hour or so, where we really kind of guide you through all the basics and teach you a lot. But then we want the social side of things, whereby because you're in a seamless connected world with other players, we want you to build relationships and teach each other, these are the best fishing spots, or this is the best bait to use in this circumstance. So hopefully we can build a community of anglers who will help each other out.
I love the way you say that too. Hopefully we can build a community of anglers. I just like that, the future tense and the confidence in it too. And you're not the only one with confidence apparently, because Philosophloof said, mark my words, I will catch the largest bass. And for someone like me, for things like that, I have to wonder, is there a photo mode, or you just press the screenshot button, or how are you capturing this?
Yeah, so as soon as you've caught that fish and you're holding it in your hands, you can press one of the buttons to hide all the hood, and then snap your picture to get to capture that magical moment of the biggest catch. Because obviously one of the best things is catching a 30-pound bass, diamond ranked, and being able to show it off to your friends, right?
Yeah, it is. That's really cool. You have a way to get rid of the UI and shut off to your friends and say, beat that. I like that. So obviously people in the chat right now are interested in this. So where can chat follow up on updates on Call of the Wild the Angler?
Well, you can get more updates from Call of the Wild the Angler at cotwtheangler.com. Of course, you can follow us on Twitter at, again, cotw the Angler. And if you want, jump into our Discord as well.
Nice. Thank you for your time, Rushy. It was an amazing experience. You really brought the knowledge forth, and I could almost smell the pine scent behind you in your background. So all of this was very enjoyable. Thank you for bringing yourself here.
Thank you very much. It was a pleasure.
And everyone else, hey, if you liked the gameplay that you saw just now, it turns out we're going to watch some more of Classy Packs, doing more of the, maybe he'll walk on water. I don't know. But the best way to tune in is watching here right now. We'll watch Classy Packs play some more of Call of the Wild the Angler, and then we'll come back with more stuff right here at ID at Xbox Fall Showcase. Stay tuned.
Yeah, all right.
Right, well, while I've got a quiet moment and the washing machine ain't doing its thing. Ah, jeez. Well, all right, peeps. Watching some idea Xbox. Let's see what cool indie games and stuff we've got coming up. It'll be quite cool to see. All the while fishing. Not going to say I'm going to be rushing out to play it, but it looks good. I'm not going to lie, it does look good.
My
But
bronze.
not my thing.
I will accept it.
Not my thing.
Look at that view.
But hey, we'll see what else is coming up. Because I need some new indie games to play. So let's see what's coming up.
We're going to go a little more over deep into that pocket, and we're going to get another one. There's a big one in there, and I can smell it. I can smell it, I say. There's actually one. There's a big one right there. Ooh. We'll get it. We'll get it. Watch. Watch. Learn. All of it's still tasting. I still haven't even gotten. I still haven't even cooked a fish yet, actually, for the past month. Been meaning to do like a battered fish. Oh. So what's the best reel in your opinion? I have a hard time with the bait casters. Oh, the bait casters. You mean the match rods? Keep? The match rods? Is that what you're talking about? With the bobber? Casting out actual bait? Yeah, match rods in combi with bait casters. Ah, gotcha. It don't really matter too much depending on what you're going for. You just need to make sure that the way it works is you want a rod that can take the poundage you're looking at, then a reel that can match that poundage, and then the line to go with it. And then certain lines will
Holy, but Jesus.
be stronger or harder to see for the fish.
Yeah.
Like I'm using the
fishing
terminology they use for a fluorofilm, monochrome. So it's hard for the fish to see, but braided.
See, this is the question.
High visibility.
Don't get me wrong, when it's the bigger
braid's
shows,
the best.
and it's
Braided
like-
line's the best.
Not so much
for
the game
strength.
awards, but when it's the bigger
strength.
shows that are out there.
But a lot of fish
First thing I
will
always say to myself
avoid it
is, right,
because
if
you
I
can
didn't
see
own machines, would it make me
So
buy a
there's
new
trade-off,
machine?
right?
So
But
when I'm watching
if
things
you
like
want
ID
to catch a
Xbox,
diamond lake
and you have
trout,
things like this, and they spend this much
lean
time
on that
on a random
braided.
fishing game,
Get the
for quite a
braided
while,
line.
and you sit there and think to
Otherwise,
yourself,
you're
yeah,
gonna
but
struggle.
it's just going to make someone
It's gonna-
pay out for Game Pass.
Hey, welcome back to ID at
Some people
Xbox.
need to
I'm
think.
your host, O'Kadrian. We just got done doing some pretty fun stuff. So if you weren't here, you
Is
missed
it
out on a
gonna
little
sell
bit.
Game Pass,
We had an
though?
interview with Rushy about Call of the Wild and the Angler. So if you happen to love fishing, you were here right on time. If
I want
you
to
weren't,
see, what is it?
Don't
Is it
worry, you can
Story
always
of
watch
P?
it back later, or maybe you
That,
can
I
clip
wanna
it
see
and
more
share
on
with
that,
a friend and do that.
definitely.
Also, make sure this entire time that you're chatting along, your comments could be featured. Look right down there. This is live, happening right now. That is Demetrius, the Bean Lord, saying hello. And there's Pirik saying, I'm really excited to get my group of nerds out in the water. I'm sure that's going to be hilarious. You're probably right? Something else that might be hilarious or enjoyable with friends or alone is our next game. Because wouldn't you know it, we have more games right here on ID at Xbox. We're going to have an interview, right, with Nicholas and Gabriel, the devs of the game Born of Bread. Not a typo. That's a really cool name for a game. Now, the kind of game it is, it's an RPG where you play as a flower golem who possesses a never-ending childlike wonder and a set of odd abilities. You're going to team up with a colorful cast of characters, explore different regions of a wonderful world ripe with mysteries, and engage in a fun and quirky turn-based combat system. That's a lot of words. Might be easier just to take a look, so let's do that.
Okay, this looks colourful. This looks very colourful. And I'm a bit of a sucker for certain turn-based games. Like, I literally just re-downloaded Blue Dragon. Just gotta go back through it again. But this looks different. Well, not different, but it looks good.
I love it. Immediately born of bred, just like me. And we're joined right now by Nicholas and Gabriel of Wild Arts. Welcome to both of you. If you would take a moment to please introduce yourselves one at a time and what it is you do.
No, come on, this flipping Starting Xbox, come stuff down.
My name is Gabriel. I'm
what's your good exclusive pop up?
You're like,
oh yeah,
and I'm Nicholas. I'm the lead programmer and designer on Born of Bred.
Lead programmer, art director, welcome to both of you. Happy you had time to be with us.
Let's just again, it's what we always say though. It's one of the ones I'm saying.
Is it going to make right away, which
go
is,
out?
It looks like a little game called...
I'm gonna pay for some game pass.
I don't think I say it.
At the moment.
The initials PM. Let's call it that,
I'm not a
right?
fishing head, so no.
Like PM. Is that on purpose?
Yeah, absolutely. It's one of our biggest inspiration for sure.
That game looked pretty cool.
Yeah, we're big
turn-based one, but again, I'm gonna
go and that game, right? So obviously, anytime you create a game, you want to go your own way, right? Even though you have an inspiration behind it.
Still got what? 45 minutes of it,
50
minutes of it.
PM along the way, right? What are the things you're looking to do in this game to set it apart from games like that?
There might be that exclusive that pops up under the radar.
Okay. Well, there's a couple of things.
What was it?
So while we take inspiration from it, we don't
wasn't it?
like aim to make a spiritual successor. So we take some liberties at some points, but we really try to keep in mind the core aspects that made the early games really special for a lot of people. So for instance, we get the linear story, which takes you through 5 distinct regions, which are like themed worlds. And each of these worlds have their own set of characters and unique locals to meet. Some of them as side quests and things like that. And throughout those regions, you'll also be able to meet characters that will accompany you through the rest of the game.
Yep.
I love that answer, and my eyes lit up as soon as you said side quests, right? A linear game, but also, hey, here are like 5 little icons saying you can do this if you want to. You don't have to, but the option is there. And I love that kind of stuff. And if we're thinking about, Paper Mario, we'll say the name. If we're thinking about a game like that, are we going to find ourselves having to get, like, I don't know, a pen and a paper, track things like heading blocks, left, right, middle?
I've got God of War. I just haven't taken out the packaging yet.
Well, okay, first off, before answering your question, I just want to put a little disclaimer that what you're seeing right now is footage from a demo we released last year. So it's a bit rough around the edges and a lot of things may have changed, but it still represents pretty well the core aspects. Yeah.
Wait till you see the game.
So we don't have to worry about any like story spoilers or things like that. It's really like self-contained.
Washing machine's about to pop off again.
To answer your question about the side quests, we decided not to go with quest boards. Instead, what you'll do is when you meet an NPC and talk to them, some may have side quests available, and when they do, it'll be added to your journal, which is like your in-game menu. And you have like multiple ones active at once, and we really try to make it
don't even say
organic.
Even said in the chat. Look at this game. I ain't lie, it's different. It's different.
And all the heavy lifting for like tracking and stuff, that's done on my end. You don't have to keep track on pen and paper.
It's different.
It'll be pretty clear what you have to do at all times.
You are an A1 programmer. Thank you so much for keeping that in mind. It means a great deal, right? When you're looking at a game like this, do you have your little log right there, right? Your little registers, so you can use that to keep track of everything. Will there be some backtracking as well? So if I end up in biome 2, will I find myself going back to biome 1?
Yep. Well, actually, that's one of the fun things in the game. There's some like we said, everybody that you meet has his own special ability, and that can be used to do different things. For instance, like the raccoon character that we showcased right now, his name is Lint, and he can dig up mounds of dirt, and he can open paths, he can find treasure in the ground, and that's really cool for also backtracking, because when you have access to a certain region, you can go back and then do all the stuff that you missed out on with the new buddy that you acquired, and that's really great. We have some shortcuts that are super weird sometimes, like there's one in a forest that's just like an old subway that reaches into the city area, and it's really fun, like to just walk around and discover the shortcuts.
Yeah, and the point I want to add to that is that, while we stick to like a linear story, we wanted to allow like exploration and optional
I'm gonna
stuff
put
you can
it
do
out there
between
right
story
now.
beats. So you could find like a
There
secret
probably ain't
path
that
to
many
a whole level
mini games
that
going to be on show.
isn't
Inside the
necessarily
Xbox.
or had stuff,
And the only reason
so,
why I'm
like,
saying
neat
that is
stuff
because
hidden in
we
it
spent
and,
Treasure.
yeah, treasure.
almost 10 minutes
I love
on
the
a fishing game,
excitement
which
that
we've got to play a fishing
treasure.
game.
You're speaking my language.
Yeah.
That
And
kind of
we're
intensity.
still-
I love it. What is this?
Still on the
Is that
second
one of the
game.
abilities you get to turn flat and make
Yeah.
yourself a parasol?
So, yeah, be worried
Well,
about that.
well, of course, there's the ability
that was
for
it,
the
the
buddies,
ascent.
and Loaf can also
That
do
was it.
certain things. Since he's a
Remember that
fireball,
one?
he's
Under the
really,
radar,
like,
and we
squishy,
see it, and we was like-
that allows him to be crushed really easily.
I'm getting that.
Then
I'm gonna
there's
get that
loads
shit.
of
I'm getting
abilities
it.
like that,
And
like
it's it.
the
I'm
one
gonna
where
get it.
you
And then
picked
we all
up
got it,
the
and it was
butterflies
actually
that showcased
banging.
earlier. There's lots of
So
other ones,
I'm
you don't
waiting
wanna
to see another one of them
too
sort of
much
titles
Yeah.
pop
of the
up.
Sure.
Just out of nowhere, straight out of left field.
That makes sense. I don't know if you can answer this portion, but at one point, the
Well, one of them
last
games where I totally
gameplay
forget the
video,
name
we
of it.
saw
See one of them ones
a
that's gonna
friend
pop
Loaf
up.
right
I'm like,
here
oh my
with
God,
the
this game
little
looks
ladle
sick.
smacking
And
away,
then,
and there was
yeah.
a chat in the upper right-hand
Go on
corner.
Game
Are
Pass
you
game.
able
Was it
to
this game?
tell us about that?
Nah, it wasn't that game. Was it this game?
Yeah, of course. I'll go ahead. That's the battle broadcast. It's basically like a Twitch stream that we have.
Yeah,
but
just
it's
give
all
my
in game,
ear
of
to
course.
ground, see what's coming.
And
'cause
like a
what,
real
is it
chat,
October?
the chat reacts to your successes and your blunders.
Yeah,
so
open
if you
betas,
perform
what, this
poorly,
month?
they'll let you know.
Gonna be
Yeah.
planning
And if
again
you
at
perform
EGX,
well, they'll
and then come
give you some
October, when Call
advantages
of Duty
in
comes
battle.
out.
So
I
yeah.
don't think
Really?
much
Oh,
else
you
is
get crowd
actually dropping
bonuses
in.
if you perform well.
Yeah, it's like our take on Paper Mario's crowd system. We try to like modernize it and add a few things that I think players will really enjoy.
Yeah. Sometimes they just say
That's
some
so
of the weirdest
cool.
stuff.
Yeah.
No, that's
So it's
really weird and cool. They're angry. Look
Yeah.
at that. McDucky
Nah, it's just 'cause
Potatoes
they were
says
up, like, super
excited
loud, that's
to
what it
play
was.
This game, and honestly, I believe it. Loaf looks so lovable, and Rose7803 says, "OMG, that's neat, kitty cat face." So people are already pumped for this. I feel like as Loaf, with the idea of what they are and this battle system, I feel like we're like one secret item away, or like 1 second pinch away from turning into like a super bread. Like a flaxseed. It's like a superpower later on. Is there an evolutionary period at all, or a way to buff up with items and things like that?
Yeah, there's loads of stuff to talk about. There's the weapons you can find. There's this thing that we're calling boons. It's basically our take on the badges from Paper Mario.
Right.
They allow you to. They can range from like stat upgrades to new mechanics in combat, and it can really like make you change your build so that like my Loaf or my team is completely different from Gabriel's team. Like mine is obviously the glass cannon. I like stacking damage and just ignoring completely my
Yeah, it's just because their audio is
just
like
to do
super,
as much
super,
as
super
I
loud.
can. And he's probably more of
Yes.
a defensive guy.
all-rounder.
All-rounder's very safe, other than, you know, who's going to get KO'd first, me or you. So that's a good way to do it. And Gabriel, we have a quick moment for that too, the time that we have left. When you're designing a game like this and creating art direction, things that are happening in the background, I feel like for especially 2.5D style games, there's always things happening in the foreground and the background that you can either head to or not go to. How much of that is happening in this game as far as stuff happening in the background?
So while we were 2.5D, we tried to make it feel like a 3D game. So
Sure.
there's a lot of levels that have like a depth to them, and it's a hard question. But I think the main thing
fair.
is to make sure that everywhere you go, it's interesting to see, and there's details to see. Especially some areas that are maybe a bit more lore heavy. We're trying to put a lot of cool stuff to find and secrets that can reveal a bit more of the lore behind all the story and things like that.
Yeah, and from a level design standpoint, the Z-axis in a 2.5D game is really powerful. It allows you to like guide the player really easily. So we have
Sure.
like usually like the objective. Sometimes it's in the background, and you can really help the player find their way using like the medium.
Well, you navigated that question very well without giving anything away, so I'm proud of both of you. Way to not fall for the trap. Where can chat follow updates on Born of Bread?
Our main
Our Twitter handle.
it'll be our Twitter, so at WildArtsDevs. That's where we share all the cool info.
Well, perfect. Well, thank you both for joining us and giving us details on this gym. It looks outstanding, and a lot of people right now in the Twitch chat are looking super pumped to play it. So thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Thank you. It's been great.
Yeah. Look at that. Wasn't that neat, chat? We've already had a fishing game, and now we have a game like, you know, that other game, right? So ID at Xbox is popping right now with cool titles, whether through trailer or gameplays and things like that. Turns out we're not done doing that. There's going to be more gameplay coming up, and guess who it features? Oh my god, it features me. I'll be playing video games. I get a chance to put my hands on brand new games. I'll be doing it live in front of all of you. So this next game, by the way, is going to be really fun, okay? Spider Heck. I'm not cleaning that up either. That's the actual title. It's called Spider Heck, and it's a non-stop co-op brawler where you step into the mini shoes of an elite spider soldier, okay? Capable of slashing and blowing enemies to bits. And they're from the devs of Never Jam and publishers Tiny Build. Let's go ahead and take a look at the trailer, and then I'll jump in to play.
I think the word popping was a bit much, but let's see. Oh, this looks like a game. Needs that I used to play a game like this. Ah, I forgot what it's called. Am I pulling this out at a party? Am I going to be set up the console and going, oh, guys, do you want to come and play this? Do you want to come play this?
Hey everyone, guess what? I'm back. It's the ID at Xbox Fall Showcase. I'm your host, Okadrian, and not only now am I your host, I'm also your gameplay demoer or enthusiast. This is Spider Heck, all right? Now, this is me. I'm actually controlling it. How do you have proof? Because look, here's my controller right here, all right? That's me moving left. That's me moving right. This isn't one of those demos where we're pretending like we play it at the same time and this is not live gameplay. It's all rehearsed. And I'm like, oh my God, hurry up. Close call there. Yeah, really close call. This is me playing, so I hope I get good really quickly.
Wow, my boy just sending shots. Like blatantly sending
There's
shots.
The title, Spider Heck. Shout outs to that. Hold any button to join. Okay. And right here is a little weapon. I'm going to pick that up. Oh! Oh, it's a rave party. I don't really know if I would use this as a weapon. Maybe if I'm like crime scene investigator. There's versus battle. Need at least 2 players needed for that. Okay. I don't even know one other person, so that doesn't help me. Wave survival. A high score of 3. Oh, I have to stay stationary on it, and then I can actually go into the wave survival. All right. Velociflu says, I'm planning to go pro in Spider Heck. Well, if you do, you got to go through me. Because high score 3, beatable. And Big L69, was that a reference? It was. All right, gameplay time.
All right, so the physics look pretty cool.
I hope I'm good.
Well, I'm not going to lie about that. The physics do look really cool.
Okay, what we got here?
But,
okay.
you know,
easy.
I'm looking for my next
Video game.
Dust Elysium tell, man. All right, come on.
All right, so I have a weapon down there. It's a mine. I don't know if it's.
I don't know if I'm going to be turning
or...
on an Xbox and say, yeah, come on, guys, let's play this game. Come
My
join me
opposition.
being a
It looks
spider.
like-
Let's go play.
It looks like a movie theater usher. Excuse me, Spider.
So yeah, I'm still waiting
may
to
I
be
see your
wowed.
ID for this movie?
Something that's going to make me, you know, be
Look
like,
at
oh my
it.
god,
It's
I
actually
need
a
that
movie
game.
theater usher
I
with
need
a
it.
little flashlight and everything. Then get out of here. All right. I bought this ticket online. I don't want that any longer. Oh! Perfection? Why, thank you very much. Wow, you wow, wow. Ooh, okay, so looks like there's different effects that take place for a map. Blade Master, Particle Blade impacts, slowdown time. Oh, each one of these not only changes the parameter of the game, but it also changes the map, it looks like, too. So that's one code.
And I've just decided as well, I think what they're going to do is, when a game does turn up, where I'm like, this game looks banging, you ain't going to be doing no live play of it.
Right.
And they ain't going to have the people in to talk about it. And I'm like, they're just going to show a little trailer, a little bit of gameplay, done. Move on to the next one. And you're going to be like, but that's one I want to see more on.
Let's go Blade Master. Yeah, modifiers. Are we winning? I don't know yet. I hope so. Okay. I feel that looks like death. There's one thing I've learned from video games. It's literally what just happened. I feel like there's some kind of lesson to be learned there, but I don't know it. I just want to get down to that gun, okay? Just, oh! Oh! Fast! No, 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 no. Why do you get a gun? No, no, no. Don't shoot, don't shoot, don't shoot. Why would you throw the gun, Adrian? Okay, I don't want it that badly. Listen, I'm sorry. Okay, no one's watching this happen, right? So no one just saw that take place. I feel like I'm safe. I'm still a gamer. You like that? Make you nervous? Me too.
Well, that's all I'm going to be doing sitting there. I think I am going to be sitting here for the next, like, 40, 50 minutes just cussing it out.
Okay, so
absolutely
the goal
cussing.
Obviously was to beat a high score of 3. I did that.
It's all because, you know, that, what was it, the trailer we saw? It was a story of P or whatever it is. When you see games like that and you're like, right, okay, let's go. Let's see some more on that game. And what, first 3 games out the bag? I'm like, okay, we understand this, like, idea. We understand it's that bit. But this game, to be honest, this game would work better. Let's just say it's a 4-player co-op platformer game. Would make it more entertaining. But where it's the whole arena battle thing, it's like, there's games like this all over Steam. Like, all over it. Like, in my head, I'm just sitting there thinking, like, okay, well, what makes this different? Okay, it's a spider, I get that, but... But yeah, again, I'm like, if I didn't already have Game Pass, would I be buying it?
Leave me alone. Please spawn. Okay. I'm terrified. Never mind. I'm so happy now. So apparently these arenas are randomly generated too. So I guess I can kind of prep for it. I was going for a double shot. Ooh, ooh. Okay. Oh, pardon? Why is my life? Who was that? I was like the Jason Bourne of antagonist. I want to say that I had a chance to do better there. I didn't. And I'm going to get better, chat. I promise you.
You gotta do better.
I just got ushered out of the game. You watch your mouth. All right? Are you right? Yes. Did it hurt my feelings? No, because guess what? Video games. It means you can have a new level? Yeah, that's true, I guess, right? I love the different upgrades they have, too, and the different ways you can fight. I'm sure that playing this with another person, like PvP style, would be a blast, right? Trying to figure out what way to move, baiting people to go the wrong direction, and things like that. I also wonder, like...
All I'm thinking is, okay, next. It's like, come on, next.
When the levels get harder, right? Because we're on wave 2 right now, and I imagine like at wave...
I don't think people are gonna be happy if they just like pay that like 500 notes.
Okay.
Like obviously including like your Game Pass subscription. So like 500 notes to play this. Really? Come on.
You will now grant me the title of master.
Come on, let's not muck about. Come on, can we get to the good stuff? Get to the good stuff. The stuff that we know, yeah, that's gonna sell you some Game Pass. Or oh, yeah, that's gonna sell you some machines. That's the bit that I want to start seeing.
I also like the fact that there's different weapons, right? The lightsaber, the grenade launcher, and look at this. Stronger web pull? Yeah, give me that. Power web it is. Yeah, mastering the movement, Conky Talks, looks like it's gonna be very difficult, right? Because right now I'm having Why is the ceiling lava? That's literally against the rules. Remember when you were a kid?
It's called game difficulty. That's why the roof's lava.
You'd hop from like couch to kitchen counter. It was never the ceiling is lava. And that's why, because this is tumultuous. I missed. You missed? I'm so scared right now. The knockback of the gun. I'm so mad. All right, it's okay. We're better, we're smarter, we're stronger. Oh my God, how do you miss?
Yeah, well, like the mechanics. The mechanics are cool. I like the mechanics. There's the swinging,
Okay, never mind.
the physics. I like that side of it. I think it's pretty cool. But again, it's like I'm pretty sure some people have been out there working on bigger and better projects, and they've spent what we on now? 12 minutes, 15 minutes on this game. Like, did we really need to see him playing it? Really?
They didn't tell me that. That's my own self-loathing. That was a lot of fun. Yeah. That game is called Spiderheck, so obviously we're looking forward to that. As soon as that happens, you can download the game for free on Steam, it turns out, between September 20th.
That's what I'm saying. Like, games like that are all over Steam, so
obviously that's pretty cool. Yep. I'm gonna go ahead and disconnect.
I do need to sort out my Steam account, actually. There's some stuff on there I actually want to play.
They're first come, first serve, so make sure you grab them right away, okay? You can go ahead and redeem those codes on Steam and find more information about that game on Steam, Spiderheck.
Okay, go on. Do me a solid and just be like, it's Dust Elysium Tale 2. And I'll be like, oh my God, this is coming, blah. And I can go mad. Come on, be nice to me. Right, what's this? Let's have a look.
Long have I waited for one such as you. I name you Chainbreaker, child of the wolf. You must do what I cannot. Unite my people. War is coming.
Steph, well, it's what it was at the other ID Xbox show. Yeah, this is the one that was at the other ID Xbox show. See? Look at the difference from a Spider game to that. Come on.
Hi, I'm Patrick McAbini, one of the developers at Moving Pieces. I'm here to share with you some new gameplay for our title, Shoulders of Giants. Shoulders of Giants is an explosive sci-fi roguelike where you simultaneously control Germ, a sword-wielding robot, and Froggy, a gunslinging space frog, on a quest to rescue the galaxy from the forces of entropy. Each mission in Shoulders of Giants takes place on a randomly generated landscape that combines the best of handcrafted level
Oh, it's a sequel, okay.
generation. Combat challenges you to mix your gameplay between Froggy's range powers and Germ's melee-focused toolset, swapping back and forth to pull off powerful combos. The fun of Shoulders of Giants lives in finding clever and satisfying ways to play with your ever-changing box of toys in these 3D alien playgrounds. As you fight back the corrupting forces of entropy, you'll restore these dying planets to their former glory, watching worlds transform from dark and barren to full of life in real time. After each mission, you'll visit the hub world, the last bastion of light in the universe, where these scrappy space survivors call home. These animal allies will provide you with missions, outfits, weapons, and skill tree upgrades to further hone Froggy and Germ's power. Finally, Shoulders of Giants has been designed from the ground up to be an awesome experience to share with your friends. Online co-op games can be played with up to 4 players, each controlling their own frog and robot duo. Or if you really want to work out your relationship skills, you can play in our unique best friend mode, where one player controls the frog and the other player controls the robot for total co-op mayhem. Shoulders of Giants is coming out on Xbox One and Xbox Series consoles later this year, and we can't wait for you to play it. If you want to see more, head to playsog.com to learn out how to sign up for our closed beta, with signups open right now. Thanks for watching, and remember, Shoulders of Giants is the only video game with a frog in it.
That looks funny.
tell you, it takes a lot of rage to stare across 8 realms of hell, an ocean of demons, into the eyes of a red judge and still think, I'm coming for you. Her guns were the drums of hell. Me? I'm just a fan. I'm still here. Let this fight break. Let this fortune last. It's so beyond this age. It's all beyond that scar. You always spoke the truth, but never knew it all. Never knew it all. Just let it take over. This devastation feels like
Okay, your homework is how to say Doom without actually saying Doom.
Really hoping we don't get democked for that. Really hoping that. Hey, a lot of cool games on display right there, though, right? Little thing for everyone. Song of Iron 2 obviously looks dope. Shoulder of Giants. I'm excited for the best friend mode. One person controlling Froggy, one person controlling Germ. That'll be an explosive experience. And of course, top it out on Metal Hellsinger, which someone in the chat got super excited for. It was Yorkshire Bother, who was really happy about that. So I'm happy for you. And it turns out Metal Hellsinger is going to be available on September 15th on Game Pass, so make sure to check that out.
And Metal Hellsinger just got everybody demonetized.
Metal Hellsinger is probably the game I'm most hyped to play this year. Yes, Metal Hellsinger is going to be amazing, right? And you want to see more of it. I'm sure you do. That's why we actually have someone playing it right now. So what's going to happen is we're going to take a quick break, okay? I'm going to get some more water. I'm parched. But in the meantime, you can watch someone whose name, by the way, is Crusader, which is appropriate. You can watch Crusader play some more Metal Hellsinger. So stay tuned and also check this out. ID at Xbox, Fall Showcase.
Wonder how it would have went if Ritual had succeeded.
Yeah, man. This game. How to demonetize your live stream. Yeah, there you go. Done. Just because of this game. Cheers, buddy.
Let's go, baby! Keep up the 60 multiplier. Let's go!
Never been a fan of these rhythm games.
Out of my way.
Just never.
I hate this part.
You know there's going to be a bag of speed runs of this though. Like perfect score, perfect this, perfect that. Could be a whole channel with people just, I can see it already. It's like, I completed a whole run using my, I don't know, my controller with my feet. Or some random USB attachment. Like, I did a whole perfect run using Siri. Like, come on, man.
Hello, Street Killer.
knew they had a problem, what with us being this far into their end zone.
Hey everyone, welcome back to ID at Xbox, the Fall Showcase. That was Metal Hellsinger, and it was a good time, right? Obviously, Crusader was doing a wonderful job, better than I think what I could do. Yeah, is there a raid happening? There's a hashtag SpiderHeck happening. Welcome in, everyone, and welcome to the show. As it turns out, we have a lot more stuff happening today. We've already seen things about fishing, tons of indie games, more interviews, gameplay demos, and along the way, I want to make sure to remind all of you, you can co-stream this event. So if you're not doing that already, go ahead and grab your chat, watch it together, co-stream it together. And the most important part about this entire experience is all of you watching right now. So all of your comments, like all of you commenting right now, hashtag SpiderHeck, can come in here, commentate and chat, and we may feature you right down below to add to that live experience. Another way to add to that live experience is by doing interviews with devs that you can post questions to as I'm asking them questions too. Questions too. Up next, we have another game and more guests. We have Stefan and Alexandru. They're the devs of Moonscars, and that's an action-adventure fighting game that pushes the limits of your combat skills, where you master new abilities to progress through an unforgiving, non-linear 2D world. You'll face off against relentless darkness that seeks to destroy you. Now in Moonscars, every death is a lesson learned, and as you overcome each challenge, new truths will be revealed. A lot of good stuff to listen to. Let's watch it too. Trailer time.
My child, you are born of clay, bone, and ichor. To carry a burden lesser beings could never bear. The moon's hunger mocks you, drives you, as you search for your creator. But what is it you truly hope to find? Your place? Your purpose? Your soul? Well, here I am, precious one. Right here. What would you ask of me?
That was the Moonscars trailer. It looks outstanding, and we're joined by Stefan and Alexandru to give us more details on that right here at ID Xbox. Stefan, Alexandru, thank you for joining us. How are you both doing today?
Thanks, I'm doing great. Thank you for having us.
For sure. Appreciate you being here. And now it says down below, Stefan, you are art director, and Alexandru, lead programmer. Hey, we had the same matchup earlier, so this will be great. You can answer all the questions possible for this game. And if you haven't seen already, chat is already super excited for this thing. Things like I'm getting Castlevania vibes, or I love the look of this game. I dig the art style. So Stefan, you got to have a little feather in your cap reading things about that when it comes to art. So how'd you go with this art direction? What inspired you?
Yeah, thank you. I guess sharing a passion for traditional art. I'm a big fan of, I like to oil paint, and we took that into our art style, into pixel art. So the result looks like something that many people call like a oil painterly pixel art. But it also was, it came from our limitations. Since we're a very small team, we only have for the most part, we were only 1 or 2 artists on the game, so we didn't have much time to go into very many details, and so yeah, it came from a limitation, but people seem to enjoy it.
Yeah, they really do. I mean, 1 or 2 people, that's the heart of indie dev right there, right? And it's already being appreciated, so you should be very proud of yourself. It must be nice too to take something you already enjoy, oil painting, and bring it to life in a game. And speaking of bringing things to life, Alexandru, as we look in a game like this almost Metroidvania style game, there's a lot of different ways you can build games like this, and you're always looking to bring something new. What is it that you had a vision of in this game?
Yes, we aim to make what we all love in this genre, so a high risk, high reward game that sorry, high risk, high reward game.
You're fine.
But we unlike most of the well-known games of the genre, we also wanted to have very fast-paced combat because we thought that's what best sticks with 2D, and
I will say one thing though. I want you to finish your thought, but at the same time, I'm looking on the screen, and everyone else is going to point this out too. I see a cat. All right. And as a cat owner, this is very important to me. Stefan, I saw your reaction. All right. This is very important. Cats are super important. We got to know right away, what is the interaction with the cat? And of course, can you pet the cat?
About letting, if you can pet the cat, I guess the bigger question is if the cat will let you too.
Ooh.
But the way how you can interact, it basically it tells you a lot of bits of stories. It helps you along your way in your quests, and if you find the items that he is looking for, then he will. You can exchange it with him for different helpful things for you. So yeah, the cat actually is a companion for the most part of the game. So. Not really a companion, but a character that appears a lot. So
you are 100% describing an actual cat. They're kind of a companion. Well, I mean, they're like a roommate. They'll help you if you give them stuff. I don't know, they might not. That's par for course. That's exactly how cats operate. Now, looking in a game like this, I gotta know what happened. What are we dealing with right here? Why? Who are we?
Yes, so we play as Grey Irma. She's a clay statue that was brought to life by our main antagonist, the sculptor. And the sculptor some time ago made an army for the king of these clay statues. They were made in the image of man, of the real people, and so they share their traits, their thoughts, their personality. And at some point, these clay statues took their mind of their own, so they diverged the path of what humanity wanted and what these clayborns wanted. Yeah, they turned against their own creators. So Grey Irma has a pivotal role in this quest to discover how that came to be, what happened, and what happened to her comrades, and to seek a global solution to end this conflict.
That about lines up, given that a boss right here has the name Traitor to describe them. So that all lines up properly. Yorkshire Bother said, what's it like in terms of difficulty? Is it a Hollow Knight-esque experience? What are we talking about here?
I think it's pretty difficult. Obviously, we're Souls fans, and it was inspired by Souls fans. But also, we hope it will have its. It will offer a unique experience in its own way. So I wouldn't want to categorize it like if it's more difficult than Hollow Knight or not. I guess it's pretty different. So it's better to leave it to be found out.
No, I mean, that actually makes a lot of sense because that earlier prompt, one of the things it says is that in Moonscars, every death is a lesson learned. No one puts that in a game unless you are going to encounter a lot of deaths, right? You're not going to just play a regular game and say, oh, well, you know what? If you die, you die. Maybe you learn nothing. I don't know. So this game is meant to teach you along the way as you progress through it. And someone else pointed out, Gecko12, that the animation flows so nicely. How important was it to you to make sure the game flowed as well as it looked?
Thank you. Well, obviously, in an action game, the animation is probably one of the most important parts. So we really put a lot of care and time into it to make it as responsive and smooth as possible. And I think we achieved it. So yeah, it was very important to answer the question.
It shows. Honestly, I just saw a really cool ricochet attack take place. And also on the far wall, on the far right-hand side, I saw what looked like to be like a hidden room. Like they were fighting an enemy, the enemy got knocked back into the air through a wall, they progressed right, and there was a room that was not highlighted, which gives me feels about Metroidvania games. Can we expect a lot of that?
Yes, we'll have a
in the
decent
best
amount
traditions. In the best
Go
traditions
ahead.
of the genre, we obviously are going to have a lot of secrets and hidden rooms to discover many interesting items. So, yeah, that was a hidden room.
Yeah, also as a part of the quest that we make for the characters that we encounter, we'll also, if we decide to help them, that's not always a sure decision, we also will have to travel to different parts of the world and search for what we need in order to help them. And evolve more the story, discover new things about what happened.
No, I love that. I love the fact that as you go through a game, there's always a decision of, I feel like in games, whenever you help someone, the idea is, I'm doing the right thing. This is for the greater good. But I love the idea of, hey, maybe you help someone out and maybe it wasn't the right decision. And I feel like a lot of Souls games are very much like that. Do you help this person because you feel like it's going to benefit you in some way? Or maybe is it better just to say, nah, I don't want to do that? Axion 2 says, can you change weapons or is it only the two-handed sword?
The two-handed sword is the main weapon that we fight most of the way, but we also have a selection of additional weapons that we can experiment with. Well, obviously on top of that we have a nice set of spells that we can use, and like stones that provide us passive bonuses, and we can mix them up to make our own style. Somebody prefers to play the defensive style. Somebody like me likes to play aggressive and take risks, but have more rewards. So, yep, we can change weapons.
That's actually perfect to hear. And Alexandra, I'm really happy to hear that you play just like me. Reckless, give me all the offense. If I don't block, I guess that's on me. I hope it works out. So the fact that you can have some kind of system of boons to help you out through that sounds really, really cool. Hexagon, with several X's and G's, ask, are levels linear?
No, they are not linear. It's, I guess you could say it's an open world game, and you will have to explore it yourself, sometimes do a little backtracking, though not so much. We let the option to travel through the world from the early game. You can teleport almost right away. So yeah, the world is non-linear.
Teleporting right away is huge. I love exploring big games, but man, sometimes when you have to traverse long landscapes and there's no way to get from point A to point G, that can hamper an experience. I figure there's probably a lot of balance when it calls for that. Also, people want to know, how long is the game going to be, do you think?
It's a tough question that we get asked quite often. And it's also hard to answer, since for both of us, for every one of us in the team, it takes a very different amount of time. So I think it's better to just wait for game to release and see like what's a number that we most often encounter from the players before answering that.
No, that makes sense. I agree with that. It's hard to give a concrete amount of time and say, oh yeah, it'll be a cool 40 hours. And then I go in and I'm not blocking. I'm not parrying. I'm just running straight ahead and pressing one button. I'm like, what? It took 80 hours. How'd that happen? I'm not understood how it takes place. Corrupt Zed says, do we have any equipment or character levels or customizations?
Yes, as was mentioned before, we have a set of weapons that can we choose from. We can equip amulets that provide different bonuses. Some are offensive, some are miscellaneous, like allowing us to make 2 dashes in a chain, for example. And yes, there is character customization in the functional way. Visually, Grey Irma will always stay like we see her now.
Okay.
And we also
have
a skill tree for spells. So.
Oh, yes, yes. Stefan, you said the magical phrase, skill tree. I love me a skill tree. I love the idea of, hey, guess what? You have 1 point to spend. Here's a massive tree. So you're talking about things like being more offensive and being more defensive. I'm guessing the skill tree plays into that as well the entire way. do you feel like as you're progressing through the skill tree, you may come to a point where you feel like I'm good, or are you guaranteed to finish it, I think, if you play all the way through?
I think what we try to achieve is to make every skill, every unlockable spell as interesting and fun to use as possible. So hopefully everyone will be motivated to unlock everything. If not for the strongest asset, at least to play it and see how fun it is. And yeah.
Well,
personally,
one thing oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Personally, I like to unlock everything since for me everything is fun to use. So I like to have as many options as possible.
No, I totally agree. If I see a skill tree, I'm not content with just seeing one side cut up. I want to fill the entire thing up. Everyone who keeps asking, what game is this? It is called Moonscars. And we got to ask both of you, Stefan, Alexandria, first, thank you for coming through here on ID at Xbox, but where can we find more information about this game, should we choose to?
You can find more info on our Twitter at MoonscarsGame, and also we have a very active Discord, and even more information you can find there. So we'll be waiting for you.
I like that. That's so ominous. We'll be waiting for you. So all of you right now, you heard what Stefan said. He'll be waiting for you. Go to the Discord, check it all out. Thank you, Alexandra and Stefan, for joining us.
Thank you for having us.
Please show me something that I would actually play.
Moonscars. And of course, you can go on the Twitter, Moonscars Game, if you want more information that way. So tune in to that. And we've had a lot of games on ID at Xbox Fall Showcase, and that's the tone of voice I use when it sounds like we're about to go away. We're not. We're not going to stop. There's more games to be showed and to play. I mentioned both those words because we'll be doing both momentarily. Because next up, we're going to be chatting with Jordan, who is one of the devs of Ghostbusters Spirit Unleashed. And I've seen a few of you in chat today with Ghostbuster-related names. So guess what?
No.
You get to immerse yourself in the Ghostbusters universe.
Just no one asked for that.
Or haunt multiple
No one was in the chat saying I did a Ghostbusters game.
Ghostbusters Spirit Unleashed is fun, family friendly, and allows
just give me dust.
Slime or be slimed. Play up to 4 friends. You can play solo as a new member of Ghostbusters, or you can play as a ghost. And guess what? There's our trailer. Check it out.
Yeah, we saved the world a few times. But between that, we provided a needed service to the masses. That's where you come in. We're passing the torch, or better yet, passing the particle thrower, giving you the tools. Now let's see if you have the talent. Keep your head up and your equipment charged. We're a team working together to watch each other's back.
Now, I know you're still a ghost-busting trainee, but there's much more here than meets the eye. Take a look at this. You have the chance to see firsthand what exists on the other side. Catching ghosts is only the half of it.
Yep, because everyone was clamoring for that. They were saying, I want to be one of the ghosts. That was a feature that was missing from all the games.
I'd like to see you try to take on...
You'll make a good Ghostbusters game. Don't call it Ghostbusters and make a game that's, basically Ghostbusting. But make it like Resident Evil 4. And then there you go, innit? You've got an award-winning game. It's got to be multiplayer as well. Make it like a team of 4, like Ghostbusters, but just make it proper dark and eerie. And we'll do it like that.
Doing great, Adrian. How about yourself?
See, look at that. I just made a better game straight away. Patent pending.
Hello.
Oh, there you are. Hey!
There, is that coming through? Cool.
Yeah,
I said I was
great.
good. How about yourself? How you doing?
You know what? I read your lips and I thought you said that. Thank you.
That's perfect.
I'm feeling okay. I'm a little intimidated because this game looks amazing, and I feel like you're really good at it. And we're playing together, and I just don't want to mess this up, man. You know what I mean?
Trust me, I'm not going to be a jerk about it. Make sure you
are you
experience it.
are you literally about to do gameplay of it now as well? Be like, yeah, we're gonna have hands-on with another Ghostbusters game. He's cat's cool though.
I'm excited though. This is gonna be good. This has been something that we've been working on for a while now, and it's just been an absolute joy to work on. And there's just so many different things. Oh, great, nice. I didn't notice the cat was so much in frame, but I guess that's a bonus. So you don't have to look at me while I talk. But yeah, I'm
At the moment, I am still looking forward to October.
Hey, I'll tell you what right now.
That's it.
Tamika said, been waiting for this game for months. Looks beyond worth the wait. There's like 3 different people.
Insta buyer, to be honest.
Chat. So it feels like every showcase, there's like 3 games.
I don't know if I would be that eager to part with money.
When's this? And guess what? You're the that and this.
That's good to hear. I mean, we've noticed there's a very diehard fan base behind the IP, obviously, and to see everyone popping in and kind of following along as we slowly drip out a lot of the content from this game, it's awesome to see them react to it at the same time.
It's gonna be a blast, and I think you and I'll be playing together as we teased earlier. So, as we play through this game right away, I have to know how much Ghostbusters did you have to watch to get this started?
I mean, so much. We've been known for working with a lot of these.
I'm getting party invites out in a minute. I'll be like, yo, let's play some Ghostbusters.
It's extremely important to look back at the source content material, and Ghostbusters is just as true as any of those. And to be able to not only recognize this as something that pretty much everyone that's worked at the studio has grown up with, kind of in different sections too, because you got fans of the original, you got fans of Ghostbusters 2. The animated series, there's just so much content there, and that was a big part of any time we're starting to build something like this. As we go back, we look at all the minute details throughout all the different pieces of media that exist, and try and make sure we translate that into the gaming experience. Because what's more important,
I'm actually having more fun with the chat window that keeps popping up. I'm all over this day one. All right, Jord.
You want to have that feel right away. You want to have like-minded people along the way who share the same vision. And honestly, you aren't the only.
I wonder if a game mode will exist where we can play as a ghost. Right, remember what he said. This chat is live, which means they either just turned it on or they're blind and can't read and weren't listening.
So we've been making asymmetrical games, and if you're not familiar with the term asymmetrical, multiplayer games are where there is one versus many, one versus 2 versus 4. There's an offset in the team structure, and it's a fun way to take it. It especially works in Ghostbusters because you have the classic Ghostbusting crew, and then you have the ghosts, which is taking over the location. And it's pretty much building 2 different games. We're showing more and more of the ghost gameplay as things come along, and it's an extremely different experience because you are actively haunting the building that you're in. You're messing with the Ghostbusters. It's a very sneaky, very mischievous role that you take on. Whereas with the Ghostbusters, you're going in, and it's third person as well. So coming back to the Ghostbusters side, it's a first person experience where you are clearing the building, trying to find this ghost. You get to use all the iconic gear, and what better way to kind of portray that is from a first person's perspective, where you can feel that gear operate and feel the power of it. And when you're going around and busting these ghosts.
I am so happy you brought that up. That's such a good idea to switch between first person and third person depending on the experience you have. And you hit it right on the head. The idea of you want to see all the colors, right? You want to hear all the noises because those are things that are tied to memory. So when you're in another room, if you hear a certain noise, if you watch the franchise in any portion, you know right away what it is you're listening to, right? That's got to feel really good.
Oh, yeah. And that goes into the sound design, that goes into the look. We spent a lot of times looking back on all the different, it's 80s movies, so like we have to kind of interpret the VFX that are used. Luckily, Afterlife was a great reference point more for kind of what that updated look looks like. But when we're going into the particle thrower and trying to make sure it's like, hey, when people imagine Ghostbusters and playing in their backyards as kids with cardboard proton packs, like what would they be imagining actually picking up that material would feel like in this game?
Well, joke's on you, Jordan. I still do that as an adult, and now I can do it in a game. So we're playing it right now. We're hopping on in. Let's take a look at this.
Cool.
First off, I gotta say, I love your name, by the way.
Oh,
Jordan
thank
Gonda.
you.
Great
Thank
reference.
you very much. Yeah. Yeah, you can first. I'm first going to call out that we do have a big part of this was we spent a lot of time in the character customization realm for this game. We're not going to be really showing any of that, but you can take a look at our characters right now and recognize that we've spent a lot of time in making sure that you get to make yourself or your character, give as many controls as possible to really make your own Ghostbuster. Because in this game, you're stepping into the shoes of a Ghostbuster, or the boots, I should say, and kind of taking on that role to help out at the firehouse. So that's what's possible. I mean, you can see my strong jaw that spent a lot of time carving this thing out. So it, you know, the ghosts are extra scared by that kind of presentation.
It looks like a compass point for the ghost. Just follow my chin. No, but it's oh my God! I just realized that your vest actually has your name on it.
Yep.
That is so tight. I love little additions like that. Look at all the glowing stuff and the blinking light. Oh my God, your proton pack.
Yep, and that's another thing we have is we have a lot of customization around the gear as well, because while we start as kind of the standard stock equipment that you see in every movie, we wanted to allow you to mess with gameplay and like start to choose and find different ways to upgrade, not only visually, so the equipment starts to turn into something completely different, but also gameplay wise. There's a lot of minutia and like cool little things that you can kind of like push for, and it's almost like building out your character in a way that's like, hey, this is the way I like to play this game, so I'm gonna equip these different attachments that allow me to do that.
I like that a great deal. Before we hop into our first thing, is there like a mirror, or I can take a look at myself and show me?
Let's. You'll see it when we start the match. So we have
perfect
some cinematics that'll show your character
side
off.
hustles. That's funny.
Yeah. So okay, let me just make sure. Here we go. So we're gonna go out on our first job now. I am going to be the ghost, of course. So.
Okay, of course.
We'll let you guys take care of finding me, but like I said, I'll take it easy. But it's gonna be a fun little experience here.
Yo, production, show me his screen.
Yeah. None of that now.
Let me ask you, you're going Ghost right away, but what is your preference? What do you have more fun playing? Not necessarily what is more fun, but what do you have more fun playing and why?
Let's take a look. Watch your character enter majestically into the match right now.
With my Bret Hart sunglasses on. I'm going to find a kid in the front row and give them to him.
But just to quickly answer your question, it's tough. I love both sides uniquely for different reasons. They both provide such a unique angle on gameplay. Like it's enjoyable. But I mean, it depends. If my friends are in the game, I'm totally going after them as a ghost, because it's fun to just mess with. So first thing I'll call out is, we've entered the location, and now it's the job of the busters to find the ghosts, right? So you can pull out your PKE meter,
okay,
which is going to allow you to start getting some signals and seeing the.
Oops, wrong button.
You just hit 2, I believe, or unless you're on a controller.
I'm a controller right now.
Hit Y.
Check this out.
Oh, there we go. Look at that.
So you'll see on the screen, so the PKE meter is built pretty faithfully to the functionality that we've detected and kind of noticed in a lot of the...
Now, wait a second.
That wasn't moving, was it?
Now, you know, I don't want to point any fingers, Jordan. But something tells me this whole taking it easy on me thing, I'm looking at this meter right now.
Oh, shoot.
The AI does not care.
No, they don't. No, they don't. They were not into making sure the showcase goes well.
I like that energy. Good for them.
Yeah. So, I mean, that's kind of an, they're gonna make this definitely a lot more difficult on me.
Don't slam me. Why would you do that? I thought we were friends.
Sorry, I had to get away from that chaos.
Why would you get away?
But I dropped you a few of the minions that I can use to distract as well.
Oh, there are traps laid down too. They are really good. Wow, I'm looking around the game like this is so pretty, and they're like, dog, we got a job to do.
No, but that's what's great about it is like we've spent a lot of time as well, from our previous experiences in making these types of games, we felt it is extremely important to build out the ability for these AI to take over and help you. There's a lot of people that sometimes don't like playing with other players, right? So to be able to give them an opportunity to just jump in and play, regardless if they have friends to play with or want to really play with anyone at any given time, the AI fill that role, and they jump in and they're able to competently move through the match and do whatever a player can't do. And look at them finding me right now. This is okay. I'll let you get me just so you can get a feel of the tethering that's happening.
I like that. I'm gonna let you get me. Respect. You broke the tether? Why would you do that? Oh, look at that. The little minions. That's so cool. I can clear the slime off of me. That is fantastic.
So
now imagine that. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, no, go ahead. You go.
I was just going to say, I imagine as you progress the game, there's going to be so many different upgrades that you can do to make this so much easier along the way for both sides, right? The different ways to manipulate people into doing what you want them to do.
Yep. Yeah, we have a bunch of different ghosts that will be unlockable. We've shown off a few. You've seen sneak peeks of a few of them throughout the trailer. You saw a few other ones. They'll have they all play very differently. Like, we've been building them in ways that just kind of, you know, lean towards different styles of gameplay. There's some that are really aggressive and very quick to respond to situations, and then there's some that are more about being very sneaky. So.
Well, Jordigonder, I had a great time. Unfortunately, we have like a total of 20 seconds left, and I wanted 20 minutes more.
You are the only one who wanted 20 minutes more.
So I need you to help me out and let everyone chat know details about the game, where they can find out more. The spotlight is yours.
Well, yeah, we are launching on October 18th. You can check out any news and updates at ghostbusterssu.com, or on Twitter is probably another good place. It's ghostbusterssu as well. So very excited. Thank you again for having me. This was a blast.
Yeah, thank you so much, Jordan, and thank you for giving me the podium, making me look good too. Good looking out. Very humbling.
Oh, of course. Anytime.
Thanks for stopping in, man. Take care.
See ya.
How cool was that? How fun was that game? Man, I love ID at Xbox. I hope I made you all proud. I wanted to play more of that game. But hey, you know what the good news about video games is that when you play one good game, you know you have like 3 more around the corner that are just as good. And it turns out we have that, and even better, we have trailers for that, right? How about looking at a brand new set of games, and even one that has surprise DLC? Take a look.
Basically, what they're saying with this is, come and play the game that's been absolutely pillaged on Steam, and play it a whole year late. Oh, which comes to PC Game Pass, not even normal Game Pass. Ah, swag. Oh, terrible. Well, it's full access, obviously full release now. Oh god, these games are solid now. Good old days of SimCity when you could just pick it up and play. Now you've actually got to be someone who can build a city. Ah, another DLC for it.
How about that, right? I promised you more trailers and more goodness, and you got exactly that, right? First and foremost, Valheim, September 29th, coming to Game Pass. Listen, not everyone has the ability to play on PC, and play on an Xbox is a big deal, and if you can get crossplay later on, then you know it's going to be a good time.
Oh, okay, it's on normal Game Pass, not Game Pass PC.
I know.
I thought it's full release, that's why.
Hey, Ron, how are you? And you suck at parking, by the way. I played
But okay.
that, and it is one of the best games I've played this year. I'm not trolling you. It is fantastic. It's got
Yeah, you're blatantly trolling.
the way you navigate the cars to park in the parking space is tons of fun, a great pick up and play or 3-hour type game. And of course, Cities Skylines DLC, right? Plazas and promenades. How cool is that? 300 brand new assets. Couple of things to talk about really quickly. Number one, You Suck at Parking is now available on Game Pass, so hooray! We love that, right? And available for purchase right now, the Cities Skylines DLC. By the way, if you are a Game Pass subscriber, you will get 10% off of that. And not to go back to you again, Joe Viola, but you did say, and I quote, "Can't wait to make the city I'm living in and make it better." I'm sorry, I just really love that energy. I hope you have fun playing that on Game Pass. If you want to see more of Cities Skylines and making it a better experience, you can do that right now because we are going to take, a quick little break. But in the meantime, you can watch Zen Katie playing Cities Skylines DLC, Plazas, and Promenades. Until then, stay tuned. ID at Xbox Fall Showcase.
Fine, right? It's fine. Just tell me everything's fine, please. It's fine. Oh my goodness. Can't work like that. How do I want this to go? How do I want this to go? All right, I'm gonna delete this. And then I'm going to do this. And then do that. Okay. And then we can add, we'll add our hospitals and stuff like that. Okay. So we'll put a hospital here so no one gets sick. All those ambulance running on triple speed, right? Okay, yeah, we'll put a hospital there. We'll go ahead and put, I already put a fire station, yeah, and I already put police. Okay, so then on this side, I'll go ahead and put the schools. So we'll do an elementary school. I guess I'll just put them all together for now. And hopefully that will help this whole situation. University. Okay. So I think, all right, let's press play. Hopefully that will help a little bit. The mayor supports it. Use it. Oh yeah, the library too. Smart, smart, smart. Yes, library. Public library. Okay, yeah. And then we'll put that there. Okay, let's do that. Let's do that. Love a good library. Of course you do. Of course. Okay. So what's going on here? So not enough educated. Okay. I think it's gotta catch up. It needs to catch up a little bit here. It needs to catch up. I am so happy I moved into a city that already had all this. Wow. Okay, why is everyone sick? Oh, someone just died. Oh no. Wait, someone just died. Oh no. Okay. So wait, I only have one cemetery. Does that? Oh no. More people are dying. My city is dying. Oh, and they don't have water. Oh dear. This is a disaster. Okay. Oh no. Okay, wait. So another cemetery, I guess. I mean, put that one over there. Oh, that made them happy that there's a cemetery. Oh, wow. Okay.
Hey everyone, you are tuned in right now to the Idea at Xbox Fall Showcase, wherever you may be watching. But I'm your host right now, Kadrian, and I want to say thank you so much. But no, I know it sounds like we're leaving. I should change the tone of my voice. Thank you so much for watching so far, right? Because the day is not over. All of you in chat right now have been talking up with Storm about all your favorite gaming moments, the games you're looking forward to, being kind to each other, and Florida Poppy, great old school image right there of the can't be loaded. I love that. Ocadrian is the best. Don't say nice things about me in front of everyone. You're gonna make me blush. But it's a great showcase. I agree. Paradox Interactive, great show tonight. GG, thank you. Great everything, including your games. And Run right there, a Souls master, by the way. Great speedrunner and a great co-host. Graphics Becca saying, oh, City Skylines. I love those kinds of games. They're fun, right? Because you can take an idea of what you think a city or a world should be, and you can build that. Or you can make it worse. Or you can make it like something else you're unfamiliar with, or something you are familiar with. There's always different ways you can play a video game. And the good news is, right here, you all have been making it very enjoyable, and there's just still more games to play. I know, Carnage! So many ID at Xbox games! And they're all indie-based, and I love me some indie games. Someone just call me Daddy? Our next interview is with Nicholas, the game designer at Yinglet. In Yinglet, you jump between bubbles that float in the sky like you're a space dolphin, as you melt into a highly reactive and dynamic soundtrack created by Yinglet's custom music software.
Okay, I'm back. What I miss?
You should take a look.
Ooh, what's this? What's this? What's this? Now, see, I like games like this. No, it's not going to shift an Xbox. No, it's not going to shift the Game Pass. But it looks cool. It looks cool, it looks creative and original, which is what you're after.
That was Yinglet. This is Nicholas. It looks outstanding. Hello, Nicholas. Introduce
Hey.
yourself, please, what it is you do, and if you're feeling welcome, hopefully.
Oh yeah. Well, I'm the game developer and programmer and musician on Ynglet, and I made a game together with my friend Sara Sandberg, who came up with the graphical style.
You have done an outstanding job. Like, you couldn't see my face on the screen, but the entire time I was watching that trailer, I sat like this. Just like mouth agape, looking at the reactions. And Paul Shack right there in chat has the right of it. I love any games with reactive sounds like this. And I have to wonder, with you and someone else building a game like this, where do you even get the concept from? How does this start?
It starts by being creative.
Originally
Pretty simple.
Game at a game jam, so we created the original version in 48 hours. And it was inspired by a Swedish artist who wrote 10 comic books when he was 95 years old.
Good lord. That's really impressive. Inspired by art. See, video games are art. Suck it, critics. By the way, it all looks so well and it smooths. Like, game jams are always responsible for some amazing games as an idea, and then you just start thinking, wait, what if we do this? What if we do this? What if we add more? So tell us more about what we're seeing right now and how you create this idea of staying in the bubbles.
I think I came up with the idea by imagining Echo the Dolphin, but with these floating bubbles in the sky instead of swimming in the water.
Oh god, does anybody's blood boil hearing the name Echo the Dolphin?
Echo the Dolphin, so it's inspired by something I only have an idea in my head of.
That's the best source of inspiration, honestly, ever. I mean, that's the same way, like, I cook in the kitchen. I'm like, yeah, this is an aperitif right here, inspired by a recipe of a food I've never eaten in my life. So,
exactly,
obviously, you're doing something right because everyone is wowed by what we're looking at. So, how does this custom soundtrack work?
It's basically I built the music software, and the music software runs inside the game itself. And that means that anything the music software can do, the game can also change in the music. So you have levels where every time you do a specific action, the music changes the key and the chords and stuff like that.
So you're telling me, in theory, what I could do once I've got a grasp of the game is I could probably put the game to the side, play it, and create my own soundtrack and just send it to friends and say, hey, this is actually a video game I was playing, but check out how cool it sounds.
Yeah. I mean, I once did a DJ set where I played some of the music from the game by playing the game.
You, for real? You did an entire DJ set?
I was not only that, but it was a part of it.
That is so creative. Like, that's such a brilliant idea, dude, to just be in there DJing and be like, all right, I got a new track for y'all. This is called My Game, coming out pretty soon, so please buy it. Take a listen. What a great inspiration. How far into the game were you? Well, not you personally because you made it, but how far into the game was that period that you played?
Wait, I didn't understand.
Well, let's say there's like a level 1, level 2, level 3. Do you feel like, yeah.
The game gets more groovy the further into it you get. So the level I was DJing was about halfway through the game.
Okay, that's a good point to go. So all of you out there watching right now, I mean, if you're looking to get your DJ skills on, you only got to get half to the game before you can be just like Nicholas. Upman right now says the game looks incredible, sounds incredible, and the dev seems really friendly, smiley face. What a very kind thing to say.
Yeah,
that's actually really cool. Did you have any kind of musical background when you started this? Like, there's the DJing obviously too, but did you have any inspirations as well for that?
My musical background is I took a bunch of years of piano lessons, and then I've been making music with computers since then.
I love that. That's exactly how, like, it's two people, right? It's a two-person team, or there more?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I got help with porting and stuff from Triple Topping.
That's just
and
so
publishing and
DIY,
stuff.
you know? I want to do this, so I guess I'm going to learn how to do this today. Oh, now I know how to do this. Great. Now I can put it in my game. What a great way to build a game like this, right? And people were saying this man is what I aspire to be, so obviously you're off to a great start.
Yeah.
How hard
thanks.
was it to create the music software for this game?
I think I was working on it as a side project before I started the game, and I think it took me two years to develop.
Lord.
I also used the same music software, an earlier version of it in a previous game, so I bring the same software between games.
Well, I mean, all the work you put into it and all the sculpting and educating of yourself really showcases this. So as you're going through these levels, if I'm playing right now, what am I looking to do? What's my indicator for progression?
In this level, you're supposed to go in a circle and collect these collective thingies by reflecting yourself on walls and stuff like that. Yeah, collect the thingies.
Collect the thingies is exactly what Echo the Dolphin is about. So even though you never played it, you're right on course as to what the game should be. It looks really good. It looks fantastic. I loved watching all of that. So I guess I want to know, as you're winding down, is there anything that we didn't address that you want to make sure everyone knows about this game that we haven't discussed?
Not anything I can come up with right now.
Okay, just collect all the thingies, enjoy the music and all that good stuff, and maybe send you some DJ stuff along the way and your custom soundtracks too.
Yeah, exactly.
That's awesome, dude. I love this game. I love the idea of what it is, and I love your genuine passion for this. You can tell by the excitement on your face that you're really proud of this project. Anytime, like I said, if I see a game jam that turns into a real game, I know that game has put in work. So where can chat, who's watching right now, follow updates on Yanglet and find out more information about the game or you?
Yeah. Oh, right, where you can find out. Well, there's the Ynglet website, which is up there in the top right corner. And I'm also on Twitter on the name Niflas, where I tweet a lot about my development of various stuff. And I tweet a lot of Ynglet things there.
Okay, so you can go there, go to your Twitter, NIFFLASS, or just one S. Okay, you can go to your Twitter there for that, or you can find out more at yngletraiththere.com, YNGLET.com. Dude, this has been fantastic. I love the joy you bring. This game's gonna be a banger. It's gonna be a hit. Everyone's gonna enjoy it. I can see it already. So thank you for taking time to divulge information with us.
Yeah, it was super fun to join in.
Thank you, Apis.
Yeah.
That guy is awesome. Like, I love that guy. He is so cool. Like, oh, we got a full screen shot. Perfect. We're getting like, this is like behind the scenes footage right here. You know, it's like a DVD's collector's edition. Some of y'all don't know about that because there's a lot of digital streaming happening, right? But this is like the back scene footage and the extra footage and special features and that kind of stuff. And in case you didn't hear, of course, you can go to yanglet.com, YNGLET.com to find out more information, or you can go to their Twitter to find out more there as well. And we're going to have some more trailers and more stuff happening. And we actually have one last set of trailers for you all to look at. And yeah, I know it's the sad part, right? It's the last set of trailers, but it hasn't been a long period, right? ID Xbox has been popping all day long. So let's go ahead and take a look at that last set of trailers.
Oh God, it better show me something good. Okay. Lovely.
One, or you won't play it.
Next.
Not in this.
How cool was that, right? I mean, was
His face said it all. He's like, what the hell?
Maybe, but are the games dope? Yeah, they are, and they looked really good too. Listen, I'm gonna point out one thing really quickly. Well, actually, Joviola says, "Bro, why that little turnip holding the gun? I love it." Because if you play Mario 2, sometimes you know a turnip ain't enough. You chuck those and a few power blocks, and your man Birdo is not going down. So sometimes you need a little extra. Turn up for Turnip Boys, this odd quirk. Yeah, everyone came through for the turnip stream. An amazing cultivation simulator. I saw a moment where you could draw a talisman, and I got flashbacks to Okami. If you ever played that on the Wii, like your DS, those versions where you actually use the drawing portion. I love any kind of game that includes that kind of stuff. So I'm all in, and as I always say, there's never a good time to say there's nothing to play. Because based on that, there's everything to play. I actually want to see some more of Amazing Cultivation Simulator, and maybe you do too. That's why we have Hey Kip playing right now on their channel. So we're going to watch them and see more of that video game stuff, and maybe you can watch too. And then they will come back and do some more ID at Xbox stuff. I don't know. Stick around and find out. Watch this.
Take your time, buddy. You've worked so hard, and you work so fast. You deserve some rest on a wooden bed, huh? Just take your time. What if we went a little faster? Okay, that's faster. What's the fastest for you? Oh, just rush to that bed, you know? Just rush to that bed, take your time, and oh, we're just working big time over here, just burying the dead bodies of our enemies. But you get some good rest, okay? I guess you have more immortal friends to help with attacks, that's true. Yeah, okay, even though this character is essentially pointless, this is just an aesthetics character, okay? We have to have a character just for aesthetics and have our one little mortal lackey just doing all the stuff we need. And then our god goes out and tells people how cool we are. It's true, what's up, Luz? Hi. We're building. Okay, now, Non, here's what you're gonna do. You're gonna take this body and you're gonna bury it. Where should we even bury this body? Where should a cemetery begin? Maybe just like in this beautiful area? I don't know. Where do you put a dead body? Hi, Rock, hi. Where's the best place to put a dead body? Besides, I guess, a trunk of a car. There's no cars in this game. I guess it's just gonna be the ground. They do love the graves. They like the graves? Is that a thing we can build? Oh, we can make a tomb. Okay. We're gonna build a tomb over here by this beautiful turtle, and hopefully, you know, the spirits will love that. And they won't haunt me later. Because I think that person was gonna attack me. I don't think I killed an innocent person, did I? I don't think I did. I don't think I did. Because their icon was red. That red is bad. Red is bad, but red means stop. So should I stop killing them? Green means go, means they're good? Do the cemeteries also need lanterns? I actually, probably. Maybe at least one, so it's not too dark. Algal, you're back! Algal, you're having fun! Oh, welcome back. Oh god, why are you spinning so fast? What are you doing? Oh my, even on like normal speed. What are you doing? Look at this like little light show at a rave. It's like EDM with this little like just octagonal hula hoop. This is cool. Make a mausoleum for all of your enemies. Yeah, it'll be actually like a tourist attraction, and then we'll get even more people to come here. But then maybe people will want to come here so that we just kill them. And I don't really want to have that be the reputation of this town. I want the reputation of this town to be a bunch of people playing tic-tac-toe by themselves. That's what I want this city to be known by, okay? Is just loners playing a bunch of games by themselves, which I guess, you know, is that relatable at all? Is that relatable? I think so. But what if you played tic-tac-toe together? Robbing bandits kind of a great industry? Really? So that should be our thing? Not loner gamer town? We still have the dead body here. Okay, non-sleeping. Okay, so we're just gonna let this hang out. Unless, do you want to bury? How long is this gonna take you? Let's see, how long will this take you? Well, we have to build it. And that's gonna take too long. So you know what? You go to bed. You did a good walk. You walked all the way up the map and back, and that's your day. Why isn't it decomposing? I don't know if things can decompose in this game. Oh, they can. It just takes a long time. Like I know other, like food can. Okay. I think okay, what's happening with this corpse? Why is there a timer? Is this for decomposing? Okay, let's just...
For those of you asking, that was Amazing Cultivation Simulator with Hey Kip. And this is ID at Xbox Fall Showcase. And just like an old cartoon used to say, bring games are now over. This is over too. That's the end of the show. I know, I'm sad too. I don't have a cardigan to take on or put off, but I'm happy that you are all here today to watch this with me. I had a fantastic time. Thank you everyone who tuned in to the showcase. Shout outs to Black Girl Gamers for putting it down earlier. Love that vibe. Love the chaos that happened the entire time. Thank you to all the devs and guests who joined to share updates on the games. And if you're watching and you're like, you know what? I'm a two-person team. I have 4 years of game study. I want to submit my own game too. You can submit your own game. If you want to do it for the ID at Xbox program, you can visit xbox.com/ID for details. And in case you didn't know, the Xbox Tokyo Game Show will be streaming on September 15th at 6 p.m. JST, 2 a.m. Pacific. That is 5 a.m. Eastern Time.
Yep, and then that one I'll be looking in for.
Wow, thank you. There have been a ton of indie games, and I look forward to a great deal of them. Inglet looks fantastic. Nipless was a blast the entire time. The Ghostbusters co-op session with Jordan making me look good. Born of Bread. All right, anytime anyone tweets about Paper Mario, it's 7,200 replies that are usually muted. So if you want something unique and tailored to that style, indie-based, that's an area you can navigate to as well. Thank you to everyone at production too. There's an entire team behind all of this that you can't see or hear, but they make sure everything runs smoothly. They tell me when to say good job and when to say shut up, Adrian. And thank all of you for being here. All of your comments down below and watching the ID at Xbox, and watching all this cool stuff. It means a lot. My name is Okadrian. You may see more of me in the future doing other hosting stuff, so stay tuned. You can find me on Twitter at Okadrian. Any place you want to look, actually, you can find me Okadrian. On Twitch, I've been streaming for 8.5 years, partner for 8, also a Twitch ambassador, twitch.tv/Okadrian. I stream Monday through Saturday? Tuesday through Saturday. I have a schedule. In fact, I'll be live in like 2 hours. So thank all of you for tuning in. We're going to be raiding, by the way, Hey Kip. So if you enjoyed watching them play, you can watch some more. So until next time, for the next ID at Xbox Showcase, or whenever we meet, thank you for tuning in, make good choices, and make sure to follow the Twitch Gaming channel, because there's a ton of other shows that happen. Bruce Green, Cup of Noodle, John Sandman, tons of people you love on Twitch. Just follow, stay tuned, and take care. Thanks for watching.
Oh, jeez. Right. Anyway, I'm out here as well. I'm going to hit up a live stream. I'm going to go find Mr. Talon and do some PUBG, I think. That's what's going to happen. So, yeah, we'll be back on in a little while. Do some PUBG and Mr. Talon. And, yeah, man, have some fun. So, I'll catch you guys later. Bye.
No, you can't wait to see